Hello, my name is Erin Whiteley,
I'm Shakirah Anderson.
and we are from the Bachelor's Program. Today, we are going to present on monarch butterflies, and our presentation is entitled Be Like a Butterfly. To begin, our presentation will provide a unique insight into the monarch butterfly. As the monarch butterfly continues through its delicate life cycle, it travels thousands of miles in search of host plants on which to lay their eggs upon. Monarch butterflies are an important part of the ecosystem because they provide food sources for other organisms. Florida is a main stop for monarch butterflies on their way back from Mexico. These plants, such as milkweed plants, become the home of the next generation of monarch butterflies. However, monarchs are threatened due to degradation of one's habitat and the decline of native milkweeds. In addition, observing butterflies is also a great way to relieve stress and do some self care. The monarch butterfly is an inspiring and beautiful species that benefits more than is known. Have you spread your wings and discovered what butterflies mean to you?
These are a few butterflies that decided to come visit our peaceful and reflections garden during one of our days of working in the garden. So it was really nice to see actual butterflies like coming and flying around us. So these are a few images of those. These are a few images of some of the caterpillars that we've had come visit our garden that have started from birth until they turn into a butterfly. These two images is actually a caterpillar that was dear to our hearts. His name was Bob. And Bob had a stressful life. We saved Bob from a few wasps. And we tried to take Bob out of that harmful situation and move him to another area, but he didn't make it through that transition. These are just a few more images of Bob and him being moved from the peaceful reflection garden on the left, and on the right is in the little net thing that we got to transport him.
The monarch butterfly life cycle. To begin, it begins as an egg. Progressing from egg to adult takes about 1 month depending on the temperature. Larvae consume a lot of milkweed and grow very rapidly. They grow so fast they need to shed their skin 5 times before they pupate. The next step is the larva. The monarch larva transform into pupa, which is also known as a chrysalis. The pupa turns to a jade color with gold markings, which as you can see next. After the pupa is the adult phase, where the monarch wings are folded in the chrysalis. The monarch must pump up its wings using fluid stored in its abdomen. Monarchs live from 2 to 5 weeks before reproducing and laying eggs of the next generation. Then the life cycle starts over again. An adult monarch will lay one small egg on an individual milkweed plant and is it about the size of the period at the end of a sentence.
The life cycle. A female monarch butterfly will lay from 100 to 300 eggs during her life. The eggs hatch about 4 days after they are laid. When larvae first hatches, they are less than 1 centimeter and grow to be about 5 centimeters. The stages between larvae molts are called instars. In as few as 5 days, the monarchs develop from a pupa to an adult. The completion of the four life stage process is called complete metamorphosis. The emergence of the butterfly from pupal stage to an adult is called eclipsum.
The flowers. There are many flowers that the Florida butterflies use as a variety of stops. Those include wildflowers, shrubs, and trees as host plants. The butterfly population is in imperil due to a loss of native habitat. We can help this population by planting flowers that prove nectar and pollen, such as milkweed plants in your own garden. Fun fact, 48 types of native wildflowers exist in our world, and there are 48 types of butterflies.
The milkweed. There are 5 types of milkweed. The first one, starting at the top left, is a butterfly milkweed. The second one is an aquatic milkweed. The third one is a horse-led milkweed. The fourth one is a swamp milkweed, and the last one is a pineswood milkweed.
The migration. During the summer breeding season, monarchs live from 2 to 5 weeks during which they mate and lay the eggs that become the next generation. The last generation of the year does not become reproductive and is said to be in the reproductive diapause. These butterflies are the ones that migrate to Mexico where they live over the winter. These butterflies become reproductive in February and March, and as they move north, laying eggs on milkweeds as they progress northward into the United States. Some of these butterflies can live as long as 9 months. The generation has an enormous task ahead of them. Weighing less than a gram, these unique butterflies will fly between 2,000 to 3,000 miles to an overwinter location in Mexico. Monarchs have up to 4 generations each summer, each one traveling a little bit further north than the last. The last generation of the year migrates south.
The different types of butterfly between male and female. So the male butterfly will have two small dots at the lower part of their wings, and the female butterflies will have thicker veins at the bottom of their wings. And if you look at both images, you can see the spots from the male and their thin vines. And on the female, you can see they have thicker vines and they don't have the dots.
What can you do to help the butterfly population? You can start your own garden. Choose a site that receives 4 or more hours of full sun to partial shade. Plant 3 or more of each flower species for visual impact. Plant flowers of varying heights and flower size and that bloom for most of the year, March through November. Use water to establish the garden and do not use fertilizer. Try not to spray pesticides and where possible, leave plant debris that may contain eggs or chrysalis.
Self-care. Take a seat in the garden and enjoy the beautiful sunshine as it's a nice stress reliever. The garden is a wonderful place to meditate. Meditation is a great way to feel free and engage with nature. Volunteer in a peaceful reflection garden while enjoying nature and feel a sense of peace. Gardening provides a sense of enjoyment and ability to let your mind escape. And the images are at the bottom are the images of our peaceful reflection garden behind St. Ed's Hall.
We thank you for watching our presentation and we hope that you learned more about the monarch butterflies as much as we did. As a gentle reminder, self-care is number one. So we hope that you take part and enjoy our garden as a little bit of a reflection at any time of the day. Thank you so much.